Alrighty, so we are finally broadcasting after some technical difficulties, but welcome to Lamentations of the Martian Princess, episode 7? That's 7.
7. That is correct.
That is correct. All right, episode 7. That's really good. So I'm going to, I have no idea how to actually follow the live chat whatsoever as people, when people are talking to us or wanting to talk to us. So anyhow,
nice.
I'll have to watch it. But anyhow, I want to do some housekeeping really fast before we started the adventure, so to speak.
Mhm.
And let's see. I don't know why I just got notified that I was live. I know I'm live, but we had some discussions because we were using some magic, or just they're talking about the magic as if it was kind of like more like weird science. And we decided after going back and forth that we were kind of miscommunicating. We really wanted to talk about it more like it was sorcery, being more like the sword and planet sort of thing. We had some talks about how the magic in this world actually works, at least kind of like fluff-wise, and the idea that like it comes from some kind of etheric realm. And it doesn't really matter if you're using like weird science or if you're using sorcery or some kind of incantations or whatever. It all kind of comes from the same place. And even though like any given magician or crackpot scientist or whatever kind of thinks they understand it, they really barely understand what they're tapping into. So I mean, the fact, so if our viewers get a little freaked out because now we're referring to it as sorcery, it's just because we decided we like that better. But just bear, it'll be fine. Go with it, man. Let's see. A couple of our guys leveled up. Bran and Thane have leveled up and become even more powerful. Umanak has joined us again, and Jasimba has seemed to have flown the coop. So the beloved Umanak is back in town.
I love me.
Let's see. What does let's see. Our fellas have a lot of money now, so they've been thinking about perhaps buying some better armor before they go out into the temple of Anu, which we will not role play through. They have plenty of money; they can buy some freaking armor, because life is short and we're old men. We don't want to role play buying armor in Mars.
Wise old man.
Who's old man? There's no old man here. Come on.
Right. I mean, it was happy birthday.
Happy birthday, old man. He leveled up today.
It's always wonderful. It's always wonderful that I'm not the oldest, which hardly ever happens.
55, still alive.
Yeah, man. I'm 50, so and I think these other guys are all young.
We're catching up.
Yeah, catching up.
Hot on the trail.
Right on. Hot on the trail. But the other interesting thing that happened, I want to talk about really briefly before we dive right into the game, is Thane like almost died. He was at -2 hit points. And what ended up happening was I did send you guys an NPC list because the NPC list was getting kind of unruly, and I wanted to be able to remember it. But they actually at your because you begged, Asper went and found this priest, the priest that was already affiliated with Saraceni, this guy Solanges, a priest of Bela, which in Mars 2, where you are now, is an illegal religion. Yes. And this priest, asked to be alone with Thane for a period of time. So while you went and found out what might have happened to Saracenes and did, found out some stuff, he sat and he prayed with Thane, and he sought to find out, how pure of heart he was, if he was in fact a worshiper of Bela. And, we're going to say that Thane had a bit of a religious experience. Perhaps maybe like the road to Emmaus, but not quite so nice. But he's become convinced of the truth of the Bela religion. And so while this man, in game terms, healed him through the power of his god and of Clericould, he also put him under a quest. And quests in this game are pretty simple. It's pretty much up to game master discretion what this means. So essentially, the quest that he got given to him was to eradicate the awful religion, the cultish worship of Anu in the city, and perhaps the surrounding area, perhaps all of Mars, but at least here, and to reestablish the proper worship of Bela. Now the thing about a quest is, it's got an end point. Like you're done. This one, it's really kind of hard to figure that one out. But the good news is he's alive. And as the rules say, it's kind of like if you're not fulfilling your quests, penalties can start happening. What are those penalties? Well, who knows? But
So,
remain to be seen. Huh?
As a short recap of what I remember, what was going on, just make sure I got everything straight and correct me if I'm wrong. We did manage to strike this deal with Yaved where he would help us get into Marek's house to find Serosthenes in exchange for us, for us going to the Temple of Anu. And we managed to convince him to let us do the run to Mikkel's place first, and then we would go to the temple. That's so correct. We went in, and we failed spectacularly because we walked into Mikkel talking with somebody else. Then the Azi showed up. I remember I took Mikkel hostage. I cast sleep at them. Yeah. And then I took him hostage, and in complete disdain, the Azi teleported down with the rings, and they just killed Mikkel like we don't care at all.
Yeah.
And that they said that their purview was the sorcerers, so they had taken Serosthenes, and we basically managed to just walk out of the place, convince everybody that
because we had uniforms.
Because we had the uniforms, that's right. So we just convinced everybody that
Yeah.
I don't even remember how we got out. I know we convinced some people.
You did. You had spiffy. Everybody was pretty freaked out by what had happened.
With the town guard. I remember that.
You were, and you would say, "We're going to go fetch the constables."
Call the constable. I know.
That's exactly what you said. You ran with Arius and so.
And our original agreement with Yaved is to go to the Temple of Anu and remove. Was it an eye?
The eye of Anu.
The heart of Anu, or the eye of Anu?
The eye of Anu.
Okay. So I'm pretty. And this is a good day because today is the day where they do the sacrifices.
That's correct.
And that's why the Azi were maybe taking the sorcerers too, we think.
It's possible. It's possible. You don't know.
It's possible. We're not 100%, but it's a possible theory. All right. So yeah.
And so from what Javed has told you, I mean, this is a great cover because there's no way you're going to be able to walk into the temple, pretend to be priests, and just walk out with this eye. However, during this time of sacrifice, there's a lot of hustle and bustle. He's had spies go in there and kind of watch before. People that didn't go and steal it, but they wore the priestly robes to sneak in there, and they're like, yeah, this is perfect. There's enough stuff going on. It's probably your only time, and there is a buyer for the side that's going to pay him. He's going to pay you quite a bit for it.
Yeah,
but, he believes. But he believes that actually, I think Calgarax, the usurper of the city of Paragon, he's not sure, but he thinks that's the actual buyer, and that's a member of the Thorn House in that other city. Somebody has ousted the rightful ruler. And oh, by the way, I don't know if you noticed it, but check out this great shirt that my girlfriend gave me. She had no clue this would play, but I just figured. So this is old Umanak, new Umanak. So I'm assuming Umanak has a beard, in this reality.
Yes, of course.
The only other thing that I would say that you found out recently is that and this is partially through like what Umanak knows as a citizen, partially or not as a citizen, but somebody that's lived around here. He is from the country after all. Has only been in the city for some time. Stuff that Serosthenes has found, or Parthalion rather, has found out through his kind of research, and stuff that Bran is sort of. Sorry, Bran, you don't find out nothing. You're just a horse guy. But the Thane has actually found out during his like religious conversion. Is that in Mars 1, the religion of Bela was kind of like the default human religion. It wasn't illegal to worship Anu, but it was kind of odd. That was the god of the Antha, of the Thalons. It was not the just because they had kind of had this war with a great race and the great race had left. It was really odd for humans to actually worship that dark god. And Bela is sort of like the god of Mars. The Anu is a god that was brought with the Talons, with the Antha in your old Mars 1 reality. In this one, from the history is different. That there was a great plague, and then the humans joined the Azi and somebody called the Greys in this battle, once again against the Great Race, very similar to your own normal Mars 1 history. But as a result, like, the humans became allies of these people, and like Anu worship just became the default, and Bela worship is illegal. So it's a little bit different. But Thane does have quite a large task ahead of him.
Yeah.
But being a paladin now, it'll be okay.
It'll be fine.
And I'm just to let you know, kind of like, to be fair in game terms, I'm going to consider you in one of 3 states. Either you're actually actively working towards eliminating the worship of Anu and promoting the worship of Bela. You're going to be kind of neutral and not doing anything for it. Or you're going to be actively doing the reverse. And kind of promoting evil or the worship of Anu. Don't mistake Bela as a good god. He's just kind of the original god of Mars. So you can find yourself in any one of those 3 states, and you'll know after a while.
Sounds good.
But yeah, you return. It's later at night after your kind of failed. Well, your reconnaissance attempt at Makel's. Makel is dead. Thane was almost killed by a group of Thorn house guards from Elam's house, apparently, whom you guys conveniently slew all of them.
That was just Simba.
and you met Umanak when you returned back to the house.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Umanak came
and
back.
So you have pretty much a day before the sacrifice, which happens, at night, early evening, not late night.
Yeah.
In the Temple of Anu, after sundown.
Okay.
This is your time to buy armor, dude.
Yeah, Parthalion is quite disappointed with how the evening went, but he understands that not much else can be done at this point. So he just forces himself to get some rest and be ready for the next night's exploits. So I'll be, recuperating and getting my spells back. Do we heal every night of rest, or is it specifically a complete day of rest? Because
I'm going with the night. I'm going with the night now. You just heal your hit die. Your hit die take. You'll be rolling a d4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it.
Well, Thane, during the day, we'll be searching out. I know there's probably no holy items of Bela in the city, but I'm going to try to find maybe contact through Asper and see if he knows where the priest resides or where there might be a temple of Bela.
A temple? Are you crazy? There's no temples of Bela. You'd be burned at the stake. I mean,
yes, well, where's? I mean, where do they gather? Where's the pastor that came last night? He left off too quickly. Yes.
He gives you the address of a bakery. He's a baker. But don't go in there and start talking about the religion.
Like no, it's on me. I've already told him I won't say anything. I just need to see him. So
to thank him, no doubt.
Yes. Thank him and make sure that he understands that I'm on their side. And then Thane turns around and leaves for the earlier part of the morning to go to meet with the baker. And try to see if he's there.
And do you take Arius with you?
Oh, listen. During the night, in the middle of the night, you hear a little shuffling, and Thane has walked into Arius's room and threw the remainder of whatever he needed to pay him, and told him to get out, and his services are no longer needed. Go home to his wife. All right, so he kicks him out. You know, and when you wake up, Thane's already got his mindset to leave out and go hunt down this baker / priest to try to get some kind of a holy item.
May I go with you, Thane?
Carry with him.
May I go with you?
Oh, Umanak. Well, you must be catching me before he leaves out the door. Thane halfway opens the door and says, I won't be long, my friend. I'll be back. Give me an hour or so. You can trust
I will
me.
wait here for you.
Yes, thank you. Thane goes out the door straight to the address he's given. He's wearing his cloak over him and field. I don't want to be seen by the guards walking through there and be recognized.
So what are you wearing?
Well, the cloak. I had a cloak originally, and so I'll just pull it over my.
Oh, okay. So
pull it
you're
over my face, kind of.
Yeah. I got you. Okay. All righty. What's anybody else doing while he's running out to go get his blessing?
I want
I
to
would
check.
sample these. I would sample these figs. See if they're as good as I can.
I want to check. I remember we found some books on Thalon magic in Sarasthenes' library, and I want to see if Jasimba took those or if they're still there.
Funny you should mention that.
Yes.
They are missing. If you recall, Jasimba actually took one and said, I'd like to read this at night, man. You know, while I try to fall asleep. And son of a gun if he has not returned that.
All right. Just check.
I did have this discussion with the birthday boy today. I said, so did you put your book back? Of course I didn't.
I had a feeling, but might as well get it out in the open. Right.
Oh, yeah, it's out. That book is missing. It's flat out missing. And Mighty Horseman?
Yeah, actually, it does have something to do with horses this time. He's gonna check on the team's horses since we got them for the other job when we, screwed up the whole timeline.
Right.
He's gonna make sure they're healthy and ready in case we have to get out of the city after whatever happens at the temple.
Right. Absolutely. What armor did you buy? Did you buy armor?
And he has to get his armor. Yeah, he gets a chainmail hauberk.
Oh, nice.
Right on. And that's easy enough to do. You have plenty of money. Normally it would take some time to get something, but you're able to throw around some coin, and it's not too hard to get those. So, our baker, you arrive at the bakery. You smell crescent rolls, little things shaped like Saturn.
Saturn rolls.
I'm walking up just like a customer, and that's going to be my little.
The conjunction is coming, so
Jupiter looms high in the sky.
Exactly.
This sounds like you're about to break into a rendition of the Age of Aquarius, man.
What was his name again?
This is Salanges.
Salanges. Okay, he's the one serving the bagels, right?
Yeah. He's got the bagels. It's clearly bagels. His flour besmirched apron, and he looks almost surprised to see you.
Okay, I'm holding out. I'll take a couple of those, and I kind of just wink at him, and I said, when you get the moment, can we speak?
Yes, certainly. And it looks, of course, come in the back. And John, watch the shop for a second.
With the back with him, I say, I would like to have some token, some symbol of Bela to carry with me to do the things that I need to do.
A symbol of Bela. You realize to be caught with one could mark you as a worshiper. It could mean your death.
Yes, it could. But I pledged my sword and my life to Bela, and I want to carry it through fully. I will keep it hidden underneath my plate.
So you are a good man, my son. I have chosen wisely.
Yes.
He goes into a drawer and he pulls out this little medallion. It's got this symbol of Bela on it, and it's this bright kind of like sun. It's like a little kind of silverish bronze. It's nothing like really ornate or expensive.
Okay. I grab it out of his hand and I say, thank you, my brother, and give him a pat on the back with one arm. And I shall leave you now. Stay tuned of current events tonight, especially. And then I back out and I'll leave you to your duties. Thane will then head to the armorer.
Well, it's funny. As you go back out into the shop itself, and someone just goes back behind the counter, you see a familiar figure. You don't see his face, but you see his back. You just recognize those clothes. And there's this guy buying like just this incredible amount of bagels and little Saturn rolls and what have you.
Simba?
Okay. And he turns around. He turns around. He's like,
so a portly fellow, right?
No, it's not a portly fellow at all. It's Arius.
Oh,
really?
Oh.
Okay.
What you following me? You kick me out? You fire me, and then you follow me here? He's already eaten one.
Following you? I think you're following me. I came here to.
Go ahead. I'll tell you what. Why don't you roll underneath your wisdom on a d20? But I want you to add 10 to your roll. This is going to be very hard.
Okay. Good. I rolled an 8. My wisdom's 8.
Uh-oh. But you're at 10, so that's 18?
I know, it's 18, yeah. Can't roll into that.
No, perhaps your anger at seeing this guy.
Yeah. Oh, I'm still fresh off the anger. It's just been a couple of hours since I let him go.
Right.
So I kind of shoved past him a little bit and go on my way.
Well, thanks for nothing. Just kind of grumbles at you.
And I throw my arm back like that and keep walking.
Right. Thanks for nothing. And you see him kind of, walk out of the shop himself with this like a heroic amount of food. Remarkable. Okay. So now you're heading to the armorer. Okay. And what do you buy with your enormous wealth?
Well, I'm buying plate mail. I'm going to set myself up in what I envision as a paladin. I'm going to look for, you know what I mean, a metal shield, a sword, a better sword.
It's 1,000, man.
Silver. Yeah. 1,000.
You have the equivalent of 1,000 silver? Well, I don't know. Let's see.
Oh, you had a lot
of the platinum piece. Yeah, you probably do.
Yeah.
No, he had the money from before, right? You had
exactly.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
There you go. You got a memory.
Right.
This is unreported money, right? He forgot to file his taxes this year.
That's right.
Okay, just keep in mind you can deck yourself out like that, but with plate mail and the shield, like you are pretty much encumbered. Like you are not carrying anything else. If you want somebody to have rope, you better have somebody else be carrying that.
And I've already kicked out Arius, my little pack mule. So be it.
Okay. All right, splendid.
All right, but that's what I'll be doing and heading back to Saracens. So whenever I pull up, they're gonna look at me.
Okay. Well, unless anybody else wants to do anything, you are all there treated to when the door opens and in walks,
Yeah, Thane all glistening.
Oh, Sir Thane. You are like a knight. You are a knight.
Indeed.
You need a squire.
Indeed. Do you wish to be
a squire? Yes. I've heard about squires before. Yes, I will be your squire.
Yes. Very good. I've always looked for a squire who could be discretioning as you.
You know that my discretioning is very good.
Okay, Thing walks up and puts a glove on your shoulder. Esquire, you are.
Is
Stay
that
close
like
to
a
me tonight.
I am Squire Umanak now?
Indeed.
Mm.
It's a title to be proud of.
Mm. And what are we fighting for?
Well,
Yes, what
we'll
are
have a
you
mission
fighting
tonight.
for?
I'm
We'll
sorry,
have a
what?
mission tonight.
I will be at your side.
Yes. Well, let's wait till the others gather, and then we'll talk about what we need to do.
Yes.
So one final thing I want to do, since I'm at the library and the book is missing, I want to check Sarosthenes' library to see if he has any information on the cult of Anu, like protocols, greetings, customs, like a general information on the cult, right? Maybe. So we know how to greet people, and we know how to, behave like good little Anu worshippers.
Oh
See if
yeah,
there's
you
any
can find
books on that.
stuff like that. Yeah, you can find all kinds of information on the cult.
Excellent.
Or the religion of Anu. So you get the basic hang of it, some of the history, the theories surrounding, why it was taken. I mean, actually, some of these books are rather esoteric, and they give you quite a bit of information about the. It's piecemeal, but about the origin of the war, disappearance of the Talons and Antha in your area of the Violets. That's disappearance, but just the fact that there was a plague. The appearance of the Azi and the Greys not long after, and the declaring of war against the Great Race and the establishment of the religion of Anu.
Yeah,
and it's weird because like in your reality, it's just the history is so different. Because in your reality, humans just kind of were unnoticed and fled their captors, and eventually took the cities that were left. Like in your reality, Vesta was just a city that was kind of abandoned. Here, it was your city after the Antha, had the plague, and then you were joined by these other races, and the war happened the same way, but different.
Correct. But that's why I was looking for books, because I wouldn't know the proper greetings, like how to behave, right? For these, because we're going to try and sneak past pretending we're like priests. So a basic understanding of how it works will come in handy.
And you find out too that especially during sacrifice, things like that, there are several people that don priestly robes. It's kind of an extended group of people, not just the inner circle of priests. There are others that come. So, and the robes are pretty. You think you could probably hide your identities.
Yeah.
You don't think a guy could sneak a shield in? Maybe else, but
maybe as a hunchback. That's what I'll try. Pull on some bells while I'm in there.
But you get quite a bit of information about the semi-annual or quarterly sacrifices, the sacrifices that are demanded. That's where it gets a little bit weird, and the information isn't quite adding up. There's suppositions. There's mysteries. There's only very few people have ever actually come back from that, because usually they've been selected by lottery. The beginning of that, right around the wartime and prior to the war, there seemed to be some kind of different sort of sacrifice, but there's like 10 different versions of what it was. But it was something that was demanded, and it seems to almost predate Anu worship.
So the sacrifices seem to predate Anu worship.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Has anybody seen Cyrus lately?
No.
Not to my
well, no,
knowledge.
he's been in the house. He
Okay.
tinfoiled the entire room.
Okay. speaking of rooms, Stain's in his, and he's doing meditation and prayers or whatever, in anticipation for tonight's raid. Whenever he sees everybody gathering, he's going to go into the room and
what is everybody else doing at this moment?
Umanak is a good squire. He will guard over Thane as he meditates.
What about Brand?
he holds my shield and sword.
But I mean, Brad doesn't have much to do until it's go time, right? So he'll just maybe get some Z's in case
Gotcha.
Is there any gear that you're going to bring, like ropes or climbing stuff? I don't know. Because remember that the encumbrance is pretty severe in this game.
Yeah.
I could carry a couple of things because I'm leaving my money behind here, and the vial of the Octafant cerebrospinal fluid. So I can carry like 3 more things, but that's about it. One of them I figure is going to be the eye, so I can carry 2 more things, maybe.
Oh. Umanak's going to be carrying my sword and shield and helping me up on my
my internet flashed a bit there. I didn't catch the last of what Del said.
Yeah.
Oh, I just made a quip about Umanak was going to be helping me carry my sword and shield and help me up on my Equisaur.
Yes, I shall.
Nice.
I shall sharpen your sword if you need that, and I will oil your armor.
Yeah.
Yes, it's getting a bit hot in the armor right now, so if you can help me undo this armor and take it off piece by piece, that way I can get a breather before we have to put it back on and don the robes. So
that's what they are impressive robes, Sir Thane. I am here for you. Yes.
Oh, speaking of the robes.
Yes.
Well, you do have to go to Javed's to get the robes, but I'm not sure if Umanak's are going to fit.
Hmm?
Yeah, because Umanak wasn't there. It was Chosimba that was getting one made.
Well, there's going to be a really big robe.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, maybe Thane can wear the big robe now that he has the plain armor on.
That'll go over Thane with all the armor, yeah.
Yeah. And then Umanak can try Thane's robe. But yes, let's go to Yaved's. Perhaps he can fill us in on details of the layout of this temple. Maybe he knows where this Eye of Anu is located. The more information we have, the easier our mission shall be.
Okay. So, are you riding, walking? How are you getting to Javed's?
I am following Thane.
We might as well ride.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go ahead and ride.
All right.
I reverse it and put my gear back on, and Umanak helps me up onto my steed. And I'll have him carry the reins and lead me down the path to Yaved's, down the road.
Yes.
Oh, riding down
after riding, Bran leans over to Barthel and says, "Is Stain fully recovered from his injury?"
Stain's got a
Oh no, Del froze again. Is it just me or is it Del?
No, he froze.
It's probably me.
Oh, okay.
I said Thing's got a plume on his helmet, and he's striking a profile and pose as he glistens in the sunlight on the way to Yaved's.
So my reply to Thane is, well, physically it seems so. Mentally, it remains to be seen. Let us hope he is.
There, you do get some stares, but some people seem to be impressed. Like perhaps Thane is somebody important.
Okay. Well, those people that are staring, I make sure not to look back at them. Give him a side glance. Give him something to look at.
I will go out of the way. Sir Thane is coming through.
Yes, I'm peacocking. There you go.
Yes. That's what
Okay.
I will do.
Getting to Yvette's house, that you could see some servants coming out, very eagerly to help Thane off of his horse.
Good. I allow them to do that. As I get off the horse, and I tell Umanek, I said, take my equal sword to the stable, please, Squire. And I start walking toward the stairs to go up toward the big Yvette.
Can I join you inside, Claire?
Please, as soon as you can.
I shall.
The rest of our intrepid adventurers follow our incredibly charismatic leader.
Yeah, the barbarian's still kind of shaking his head, but
Eventually, one of the servants actually recognizes you and even recognizes Thane and just kind of gives this quizzical look and says, I will go fetch Yvette. He has been expecting you. You're
okay. Thane gives him a little sneer in return.
Yvette
oh my God.
comes there with a tailor that was there before. They're bringing out these priestly robes. They've got them kind of covered up and bring. And where's the fat one? And who is this?
Never mind him. And Thane holds out his arms and starts turning around.
And we have lost Jacinda.
Lost your minds? What the hell?
No, we have lost our companion Jacinda, who was with us last time we visited you.
For the better.
We are uncertain of his final fate. As a matter of fact, if you should happen to have people around the city who knows where this fellow Jacinda is, that is some information we'd be willing to pay some money for. In the meantime, we have procured the services of another one of our comrades at arms.
Here. And Umanek is thrice the squire that Jacinda ever would hope to be.
I try. I've never done this before, but
try. You make it gracefully. You gracefully.
Oh, he's a tall one. The tailor looks and says, "Oh, I think I have something that can fit him." But I guess we're not going to use one for the fat one now. Do you have the other uniforms?
Yes, you got enough material.
No, but you have the
uniforms. Fit him, I'm
of
sure.
The House Falcon Guards. We'd like to have those back.
We all had one, right? Yeah. So
we would like to have our node back.
I think he's even more annoying like this.
I returned my uniform.
Was that Yvette?
Yeah, Yvette's like, when you have the eye, we will talk about that. I will pay you handsomely for it, and you can have your nose back. It's worth a lot more to me than that.
So, Yvette, as the hour approaches, can you tell us where this prize that we seek is located?
As far as I know, it's on the upper chamber, or the upper floor of the temple itself.
Upper floors.
Yes, they tell me.
And you told us before that you expect the temple to be half emptied due to the preparations for.
Well, not really. I mean, but many of the rooms, it'll be unattended. The temple will be full. It'll be full of sacrifice victims. It'll be full of the temple guards. It'll be full of all sorts of priests. But you should be able to blend in.
Oh, so the upper levels should be less popular.
That is what my spies told me.
Excellent.
And to the upper level we'll go.
Very well.
During the actual sacrifice.
Good. So we have a plan now, gentlemen? Hurry up with my squire's robe.
Jim just kind of rolls his eyes.
I'm talking to his tailor or whoever one of the.
Oh yeah, tell us they come back with robes that seem to fit all of you. He looks at your armor. I think we could just give him a slightly larger one here. It should fit all that. He should be able to squeeze all of that in there. But Javet's looking at you. You're going to be able to move quietly in that, aren't you?
I just
Let's say, of course,
Yes.
there's always fun.
quite enough. Quite enough.
All
I've
right,
got
don't
someone
screw
watching
this up.
over me now.
And he looks at Bran. Somebody's watching over him? Are you watching over him now?
No,
Umanak is
know?
watching over me.
Who?
Umanak is watching over me. He is my squire.
He's been acting a bit strange. We had a.
Wait, when were you knighted? While I bought my armor?
Yes, Brad. When you bought your armor. That's a good one, my friend. And I pat him on the side. There we go. It's simply for protection. You know what we have to do. And we'll get it done. As we always do.
Yes.
Umanak. Where is Umanak?
I don't know where he is either.
Eating something, probably raiding Yaved's food stores.
Probably. I'm gonna be right back while Umanak's there, but
Sure. Yeah, I'll grab some water too, so might as well make a little break.
I didn't know you were a doctor, Jose.
Yeah.
I can just see you in the operating room yelling for water, bandages, and a joint of beef.
That's right. Or a side of bacon, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not a surgeon. I'm not a surgeon. So no R's for me. Just an office, and now I need like a bat to hit my secretaries with.
Sorry, I had to
Just
step
get a
out
whiff of
there.
all that.
Yeah.
Step out there. When you're my age, you know the bladder isn't as powerful as it was. Great.
The problem's the prostate, not the bladder. Bladder's fine, man. There you go. Doctors speak for you.
Good, you passed the test. Great. Okay. Enough about my prostate, okay?
I was talking in general, man.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay, someone looks back.
55. That's a good number, man. It's a good
That's a
number.
great number. Yeah,
Glad you're playing with us. You know, I didn't have a.
I'm glad to be here. Good group.
Yeah.
I'm just this night thing. That's getting better and better. I thought to myself, boy, it's going to be a little annoying as a paladin. I had no idea. All right. So,
Brad's like, did we go through? He's thinking, did we go to another portal or something?
It's the third world we're in now.
So at this particular point, now it's like, it's about like, 2-ish. You have like until like sundown before the event starts. Is there anything else you want to do before you go there, or do we just kind of fast forward to then?
As Thane awakens in the morning, he will see Umanak feverishly polishing his armor to a high sheen.
Yeah, I need to see myself in it.
Oh my god!
That is what I am going for.
So that's what you're gonna do for the next 2 hours.
This is amazing. I'm as shocked I see as a character's out of character.
Yeah.
It's fine as long as the armor's getting polished. When he starts polishing the Equisteed, that's going to be bad. The Equisteed, that's going to be bad.
Wax it.
Oh man. A+.
Fantastic. So are you going back home or to hang out for a while? Is that the?
Yeah, I mean,
Which is closer?
Bran can bring a rope and a grappling hook. I got enough room to still move a 90, carrying those. I don't know if we need any other gear, just in case.
But what's closer? I mean, like from Javed's place. It's closer to go back to Saraceni's compound or home first before actually going to the temple itself, because the temple is closer to the center of the city.
Okay. Well, I mean, I want to linger a little bit, lay around on the pillows and kind of order the staff around a bit to bring
At Javed's house?
Before I leave, I'll ask Yvette, what the eye looks like. Is it like a gem? Is it like a ruby? Is it like an emerald?
It's a large bluish crystal. It's a little bit different than those the Traxian crystals in the node. It's in a large metal object. It's it's big, but they say it's worth a lot.
Okay, so given that information, in addition to my backpack, I'll carry a sack. I'll bring a large sack just in case we need to.
Right. And he's giving you this kind of like, I don't know what that is, 2 feet, 2.5 feet, like just kind of like this,
It's pretty big.
Bigger than the node, which would be more like kind of like a large book size, I forget which book I held up here last time, but it's on the larger side. As far that's what he knows.
All right. Well, as far as us approaching the place, what do we have planned to do? Going through the front door and work our way up top, and just act like one of the priests that are there, covertly, and then try to take out. Is it set in anywhere, in a stone or on top of a pedestal, or
That he can't tell you. He can tell you it's upstairs in one of the rooms upstairs. His people didn't have a lot of time to spend up there. They're all dead now, not from that mission, but from another one.
Okay. All right. Very good. And then Thane needs another date. As he lounges on the pillow. Shall we go back to Master Sarosnes? Maybe shorter from there to the temple.
Yes. Let us wait until the time is
When I go fetch my steed.
I'm just finishing my date here.
Yes.
Yes.
Finish. You need your help.
I shall.
Thank you. And then, but help me up first. And I hold my arm up for you to pull me up out of the cushion. It's a pretty deep cushion.
It does appear to be a deep cushion, yes. I shall help you, Thane. Here.
All right, more.
Were you stabbed in the gut or were you smacked in the head with a mace? Brown's like, arms crossed, like looking at this guy lounging.
Oh my.
As you return to the house of Saracens, if you are in fact ever leaving Javed's.
If you can ever get out of the cushions, yeah.
You come upon, closer to Saracens' home, you come upon a full-scale brawl. You turn a corner, and there's just a brawl going on in the streets. And it's obviously between members of the Thorn House in like full guard uniforms. They're kind of the bluish Thorn House uniforms, and in the yellow and the gold and red uniforms of the House of the Falcon. Full-scale brawl. I mean, with people getting killed.
Oh my
Not
God.
these ruffians again. Out of my way.
Absolutely full scale. You can also you hear somebody shouting. You can see smoke in the distance.
Uh-oh.
Great.
It's from the direction of Makel's, but that's quite a way off.
Okay. So
And there's a crowd of people kind of watching the bloodbath going on. As there's got to be at least 15 guys on each side, several bodies in the street already.
We need to avoid
And that's not something that you're not sure. It's not something. There's always been animosity between these houses. You're not sure about your particular Mars, but generally there's not like full scale like Capulet Montague, bloodshed in the streets.
These are civilians, no uniforms that we can see.
Oh, they're all uniformed.
Oh, these are from between the merchant
houses.
the houses, yeah. Thanks turning around calling for the guards, and looking for the guards to see if they're even coming to the commotion.
You can actually see in the crowd. You can see a couple city guards just kind of watching.
We should avoid this confrontation and
Okay.
Make sure we don't get
Could have
into any more
expected that.
fights.
What is this
Before
all about? I
nightfall.
do not understand.
Does I see money exchanging hands? Are people
No.
betting on this?
I don't see
All right.
anybody betting.
Is Umanak used to seeing these two houses fighting so openly?
No. Everyone, like some cat calls, some just kind of usual BS. But I mean, these are more like political, more like mafioso type houses. Nothing's really open. It's not like the usual like brawl in the street.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The two houses were Thorn and Falcon, right?
That's correct. Yeah,
Okay.
And Mikkel was Falcon?
he was Falcon.
And which one's Javed?
Javette is from the Clarion.
Clarion House. Okay, that's what I was trying to remember.
So that's like the third kind of good guy house, right?
Yeah.
The other two are like the bigger evil ones.
Right.
It seems word of Mikkel's demise must have spread. This may be a power grab against House Falcon.
Well, Thane turns around. Shall we go? No business of ours. We don't want to get caught up in this mess.
No, we
As you
should.
wish.
What say you? And then I kind of spur my steed onward. Umanak, let's go.
I am not your steed.
Discretion forward.
Yes. Very well.
And some heads turned, watching you go, but they're back to watching the fight in earnest. And you can see as you head like the rest of the way to Saracens that there's definitely some smoke coming, and it's got to be from the area where Mackel's estate is.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
Okay. Well, Thane has no interest as far as Mikkel. He figures that there's actually he don't know what exactly is going on since he wasn't privy to that information last night or what had happened. But I'm going toward Sarosny's house. I do look behind myself. I'm not leaving them outright, but I'm expecting them to kind of follow us,
Oh yeah.
And if they don't, I'm gonna turn around every minute or so and make sure they are. If they stop, then I will too.
No, I follow as well. Yeah.
Okay.
We owe no loyalty to Mikkel or his house. He got what he deserved. He did take Master Sarosthenes. So
Yes.
if his house is overrun, then so be it.
Yes. And this might provide some distraction. As Thane says as he's getting off his steed. And he puts another hand on Umanek and goes, "Well done, my squire. Let's
Be careful there, sire. You're almost stepping in a puddle of mud here. Hold on. I shall put down a blanket on the ground so you shall not step into it."
All right, I get off. I kind of pause for a second and say, "Okay. Well, it's no need to go to those lengths. We have business to do tonight. Let us go inside and make plans. Perhaps that distraction.
Your armor is so shiny and your raiment is so fine. I did not think you
Yes, due to your polishing. You do excellent work.
Yes.
Yes. Shall we discretion forward?
Let us discretion.
Yes. Master Parthalion, do you need help?
No, I am
Off your
fine.
steed?
I'll be all right.
Umanak, help him. Yeah, he tries to do a lot, but
Yes.
he may need help. He's getting up in
He
age.
is old and will die soon. Yes.
And he's
I will help him.
prized. Shh, don't say that.
Oh, right.
All right.
That
Well,
discretion.
things going on in the house.
Odds are we will all die soon, regardless of our age.
Yes, that is true.
Come, Master Bartholomew, let me take my arm. I will help you.
Well, try to keep a more positive attitude, son.
Yes,
Yes.
Yes.
No, I mean, he's talking to Thane.
To Bran, I guess.
Not Thane, to Bran. To Bran. It's like, we still have a
Everybody
mission to
knows our
accomplish.
names, man.
Jeez. All right.
All right. So I will lead him along on my arm, or he will lean on my arm.
Okay. Thing's kind of interesting to see if the fire is spreading. It looks like it's coming down the road from Mikhail. If it's leaping from house to house.
Well, you can't really see, like, I mean, that's a good way off. I mean, the city is mostly stone. So there's interiors of buildings that have stuff. I mean, there's some things made of wood and what have you, or more flammable materials, but not a lot.
Yeah.
So fires tend to be, even in your Mars 1, they tend to be rather localized.
Okay.
I mean, over time, like, the smoke kind of dies down and what have you, but there's plenty of people, like, kind of pointing and looking.
Thing goes inside and does some meditation before, and he's waiting for the hour of judgment as he sees it to go in there and take the eye.
All right, unless anybody declares any actions, the hour comes swiftly.
All right. We ready, guys?
Yes. So I donned the robes. Is there any like holy symbols or something? I know.
I got one.
Thane now has his holy symbol. Do we know what those look like? Have you decided what those look like?
The symbols of Anu or the symbols of Bela?
Well, I haven't seen. Well, yeah, sure, both. I figured Parthalion should know both of them, right? It was Parthalion who got him the priest of Bela,
right,
to heal him. So yeah,
the Bela holy symbol is almost like a sun.
Mm-hmm.
Not exactly, but it's just kind of like a circle with some rays out of it. It doesn't look that different from a triumph symbol.
Nice.
Okay. The symbols on the robes, they're Anu symbols?
Yeah.
What's the Anu symbol?
That would be on the robes.
Yeah, but they're like cooler and more evil looking.
Yeah, and Thane's having a little bit of a problem with wearing that.
Yeah, a little more abstract and like almost like kind of horns. I'll have to come up with something really cool looking, but it's just
Okay. Well, Thane didn't put his on once he saw that. I must say, folded it up and let it and put it in a little case, in a little tote bag, and took it with him, but he didn't wear it on the way back.
Okay. Yeah, I can't imagine any of you guys are actually wearing your priestly robes on the way back.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. No. It's we're leaving the house under cover of darkness, so it'll be more discreet like that.
Right.
Yeah. We probably should. Against my usual instincts, we probably should walk. I think we'll call more attention if we ride through the city at night.
Not to mention, if we need to make an escape, we might have to leave the horses. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
City's unusually quiet. There is kind of like these peal of like bells coming from the temple of Anu itself as it's approaching the hour.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of like an unmarsly quiet about the streets this evening. I'm glad somebody found it amusing. It's as if the inhabitants all kind of know what's coming, and it's just a little somber.
Okay.
Shall I announce your coming? I have a trumpet now.
Please don't.
Almanac, no announcements while we are
as the streets
in
disguise.
I still have not mastered.
We must discretion.
That's very.
What are we wearing? Are we wearing the robes?
Well, not to go through the streets, right? We'll wear them we'll don them in an alley when we're closer.
Yeah,
And
well, not immediately as we leave Sarasani's house, but I think stopping at an alley and putting them on, it might keep the rabble away from us. They'll fear the priests, hopefully.
Yeah, Thane doesn't want to wear his. I hate to say it, but when he comes down to it, when he holds it out, and I can't do it. He throws it down into the puddle, and he puts his cloak on. Still has his. Can you lead me in as a tribute?
It's risky.
No riskier than that trumpet.
But if it must be done,
I don't want to wear that foul thing, or what it represents. Shall we go? Just act like my hands are bound. My full gear.
I could wear it if it would help for the disguise.
Yes, until you make your until you're quested, you're free to do so. I cannot.
If it would help.
Yes, I think it would. For what we need to do.
I can do this. Yes.
Okay.
Very well done.
I shout like my hands are bound.
So as you are changing into your robes in the alleyway, preparing to lead Chewbacca to his cell, there you hear the sounds. You hear the sounds of several equisaurs tramping down the street, and you realize as they're passing you, as you're in this alleyway, they're pulling this like huge cart, or not cart, but like just like wagon. And there's several guards on top of it. They're in like not priestly robes, but they're in gear with the same symbols of Anu on it. It's clearly their temple guards. And then another one shows up. And then another one shows up as they're going past you.
Is the armor very different from the one that Thane is wearing? Like, could we?
Oh yeah, these guys are in leathers.
Oh, okay. So it wouldn't be reasonable to say that he's a guard that doesn't have his symbol on.
Hello.
No. Yeah, that's. Ronnie's healing us, Captain. But yes, it's very different. He would absolutely not pass in his resplendent plate mail for a guard of the Temple of Anu.
So we'll need a different lie to get him through the doors.
Yeah, it seems like you're him wearing his cloak over his armor and pretending to be a prisoner. That's better than pretending to be a guard.
Yeah. Just trying to, All right, I suppose.
Okay, Umanak, hide my sword until I need it under your robe.
I shall.
All right, I like I'm bound. Put my thing. Puts his hands behind his back, and shall we go? It is the moment.
Yes.
Okay. As you get close to the temple, you can see there are actually more guards coming out of these wagons, but then they're leading a bunch of bound people into the temple. Some are weeping, many of them are gagged, and then you realize that they're bringing the sacrifices themselves to the temple. Quite a few people.
Okay.
It's a grim and bloody business.
Indeed, Master Barthalion. So, thing shakes a little. Seems infuriated. His hands almost move, but he puts them back behind his back. He says, wait, there will come a time that will pay.
Gotcha. So these guys are all kind of going through the large front door of the temple, leading the prisoners through there. You can see also that like several people in priestly robes are also showing up, pouring into the temple as well through this large front door.
Okay.
Many people are here now.
Okay, so we're just kind of milled in with the rest of them, which is
Right.
good.
There's
And
big
I'll
like
be
braziers
looking-
outside, like full of flame. The large symbol of Anu is on the temple itself. The thing is, like it's rather big and it's rather tall. You're not sure. I mean, look at the windows. You're not sure if it's 2 or 3 stories high, because it could just be large. It looks like it probably has large atriums. If anybody's been inside the temple of Bela, it's the same temple in your own reality.
Yeah.
Mm.
Just all the iconography is
Different.
It's different, yeah.
okay.
Ooh,
Well, we're looking
interesting.
we're going trying to get up to the next level, right? The higher level.
Correct.
Is
Correct.
there easily a way we can see a stairwell or anything that'll lead up?
You're
north?
outside.
Okay.
Not from the outside, yeah. So let's make our way in.
Yeah. Let's go in and see. Follow the crowd
Right.
until we can break off.
Getting to the door, you see like a few guards in the front and said, "Brothers, you bring a prisoner in yourself? We'll take him."
Nay, good guardsman. This is a special prisoner. We have been charged to take him upstairs for interrogation before the time comes when he is to be sacrificed.
Special prisoner.
Interrogation. Special prisoner. And they confer with each other, and finally,
Why do I keep hearing that trumpet? Who's playing that?
I don't know who's playing the trumpet. That's great.
That's what's his phone. That's
That's
okay.
I keep on thinking
That
it's
was
December.
perfect,
This is
that.
No, it's
a
not.
freaking trumpet. Announcing.
That's it. Yeah, Umanak. I told you not to blow that.
Umanak is blowing that damn trumpet. Ah, my master comes in. We sacrificed my master. Special prisoner.
That's hilarious.
He's my herald. Yeah.
That's one of those things I no longer listen to. It's like it's also yeah, it's like,
Now
called-
you're idiots.
It's called Sherwood.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Sure would. Oh, yes.
So, entering the temple itself, you enter like into it's like large antechambers, large square room, and it opens up into another area. There are. Let me just double check here, as I got this nifty map off the internet, and I want to make sure that it lines up. You can see some stairways on either side, going up left and right. But then the rest of the temple kind of opens up. There's this large rectangular room extending, at least 100 feet in front of you. But then you can see like kind of like this archway, and it goes to this like round room. You can just start to see it, and it's got easily just as big as the rectangular one. But people are being led in there. And there's all kinds of chanting going on. There's candles. It's just as spooky as you can imagine. And there's people crying, people wailing, guards pushing them in there, like people kind of whipping them. There's even like a whole bunch of like just really like almost like emaciated Antha standing around that look just absolutely miserable. Doesn't look like they're actually doing anything. Some of them are just like kind of wearing loincloths. But they're in the area, and
Okay.
things are about to. It seems like the sacrifice, however they actually handle, is about to go down. It seems to be going on, or what the activity seems to be headed in the direction of that large round chamber, which is now like at least a good 100 feet away from you.
uh-huh.
And as
Is
I
there
said, there's
fire? I mean, do we know how they're sacrificing them? Did I read that? I mean, did they throw them in the fire? Did they stab them?
You didn't read it. You can't tell exactly what that is going on in that large chamber.
Okay.
But you're hearing like just kind of rumbling. It's almost, you hear like something metallic and you realize it might be chains, but they would have to be impossibly large chains.
Oh no.
Umanak will go up to Master Parthalion and ask him, like, do you not remember these sounds? You were led to this. You and the others. Do you not remember?
No, where we come from, this is not done. No sacrifices are.
What is the sound, Squire? Tell them.
No, I still do not understand the story you've told me. You three were led to this place. I know this. Jusimba made sure that you were sent here.
We're back, but our memories are not intact.
What they used to be. What
I do
manner
not
of
know how
death?
this is possible.
What manner of death awaits beyond those arches?
I cannot say. It's too terrible.
There's you can hear the sliding of stone against stone, but it must be huge slabs.
Even I do not know what lies beyond there. I only know that you died beyond those portals.
Well, let us see that we do not find out then what's beyond those arches. Let's see if we can get upstairs and go on with our mission.
Okay, Thane says, Bran, did you bring the rope? Can we descend? Master Parthalion, can we descend out the window when we get the eye? Is there a way?
I suppose it's an idea as good as any. Let us see if we can make our way up first.
Let's do this quickly.
Yeah. Bran definitely brought the rope, and he takes a look to see if there's a way to fix it.
Okay. You have to cross that bridge when you get there. Where you're going up in one of these staircases, left or right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a question. Left, right.
Left.
Okay.
So our sword arms will be unencumbered as we climb.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, you're right. You're right.
The stairs sort of like curves around as you go up it, and you finally find yourself in like a hallway. And the hallway, it seems like it kind of curves and snakes around. You realize that the other staircase led up there too, so it really didn't make a darn bit of difference which one you went up to. Unless this temple has some bizarre geometry, but the hallway kind of curves left and right as well.
Okay. Well, Thane's just looking down, shifting his eyes here and there, and he's trying to mimic a little bit of the wailing, and though not all that much, just trying to fit in with the prisoners. So we lead up and get to the top of the landing of the second floor.
Yeah.
Okay.
What lays in front of us? It's not even landing. It is like a hallway.
Okay.
And the hallway you're in, both staircases lead up to that, and it just kind of curves around in both directions away from you.
Oh, really? All right. How far can we see?
It is lit. There are like oil lamps on the walls, as you've seen, like it's very common in this city. So you can only see about 20 or so feet down each one as it just kind of curves beyond your field of vision.
All right. Master Parthalion, did Yvette give you any indication of where this eye may be? Can you discern where it may be?
Ooh, that's a good. That's an interesting idea. I'd prefer not to invoke any magic before we know where this thing is. Might draw attention to ourselves.
Well, let's go deeper. One way is as good as the other. And should we break up, or should we stay together to perform this illusion? Is there people upstairs?
Not that you've seen so far. Unless your super paladin powers give you X-ray vision.
But he's got detect evil, lay on hands.
Oh man,
Oh, yeah, easy.
Well, he thinks he does.
Well, I mean, he told us it'd be less. Yeah, I'm under the delusion, but that's how I roll.
No, I don't sense anything. It's perfectly clear. Let's go.
I've got my sword out like a divining rod. Yeah, this.
Oh my god!
But no, I mean, it was supposed to be not that crowded upstairs, so we probably need to pick the less crowded one. I just want to know if there's any people that we could see.
You can't see either direction. There's nothing. Any sounds? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Give me a D6 roll.
All right. 3.
Okay, you don't hear anything above the chanting and the banging of drums now and the clang of the bells,
rumbling of the stone on the stone, and
dang, the grinding them. Yeah.
And at this point, actually, what you do hear is like a high-pitched woman's shriek.
Oh,
dang! I hate that.
It sounds like it's coming from pretty far away, but
okay.
Oddly enough, it sounds. You can hear it. It's like, man, I can hear it coming from the stairs that we just came down. You know, but you can also hear it from the passage coming from the left. We're going to the left.
Oh,
okay. Did you hear that? The woman's scream. I believe it came from the left.
I heard. Yes. We should go that way.
That may be where they do their sacrifices, or one of these evil priests abusing someone.
I need to get out of here quick before I do something I might regret. We need to get the eye first. But the woman may need help.
Well, we must.
Look.
We must procure the eye. We cannot save these sacrifices. Bring down the wrath of the priests on our heads.
The eye may be used in the sacrifices. I wish we had more information.
But there's someone in need.
Yes, it is Umanex, right? My squire's. He's got a good heart.
Yeah, that he may, but there are hundreds of people in this building. There are hundreds of victims.
Umanex, what would you?
We must help where we can help.
Yes, but the best blow against this foul place we can strike right now is remove the eye.
I do not understand this eye thing, but I hear the scream. We must help.
Well, let us take a look and see what is going on. But be careful. Do not rush in.
Bran just shakes his head sadly.
The passageway kind of curves in one direction. Mm-hmm. It's relatively wide. It's a good 10 feet wide, and kind of curves in the other direction. Kind of business sort of like backwards S curve, and it finally kind of curves like really sharply around. And you realize it's kind of opening up. You realize you're against the back wall of the temple, and you're just about to look down into this round chamber, which is clearly the entire height of the temple.
Uh-huh.
And the stairs, as you went up them, I mean, this temple itself is nominally 2 stories high, but they're very tall stories. They're like good 15 feet, stories. So it's a rather large edifice. But now you can hear several screams from there, from you haven't quite gotten yourself into the landing or that looking over the round chamber itself. But you can see it's kind of almost like a balcony where you could presumably see down below and see what's going on.
I'm going to take a peek because I'm really curious to see how they're killing these people.
Yeah, Thang turns his back to it and he's up against the wall. He's kind of shuddering. You don't want to look for fear of him might doing something. Can we please leave and find the eye?
You hear all these screams, Okay, so anybody else? What does everybody else do?
Look.
Oh, mighty Lanjian, what will you be doing?
I don't know. for now, Bran was, basically like covering the rear in case of to see if they were being followed. But he thinks that we should find the damn eye. He has
Okay.
no idea how to go about it.
Is that would be a not look?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm going to need Umanak and Parthelion to make a save versus magic.
Uh-oh. What could possibly go wrong?
You're going to get hypnotized and jump off it.
6. 6 is not good. Yeah.
4.
Oh, man.
They were such triumphant. 6 was so triumph. 6, yes.
6 is not good. No.
It's really kind of hard to wrap your head around what you're seeing. You can see there's several people. It's obviously this big giant pit. Clearly, you can kind of put together one of some of the things you actually can make sense of is the sound of stone sliding upon stone was actually like some kind of floor being slid into some recessed thing, and the floor itself was slid apart. Obviously, into some parts of the temple that were built to accommodate that.
So, like uncovering a pit.
Yeah, uncovering a pit.
Okay. Yeah.
The chains themselves are attached to the ceiling. So, like right in front of you is actually these big things holding the chains. Something was like a platform in the pit itself was being pulled up. The chamber itself is, it's got to be something like 80 feet across. It's hard to measure exactly. Most of that, or the pit itself, would be about like almost 80 feet across. Chamber's probably 80 feet across. Pit's like more like 65.
Yeah.
And there is kind of a landing on that bottom, on that first floor around it. The victims are all bound, like with these little manacles, all the way around. There's also some guards standing there, but they're standing kind of like in some little alcoves and what have you. There is something taking up almost this entire platform. You can't. It's got mouths and appendages and eyes, and it's like kind of this sickly grayish violet in color. It is as otherworldly as you could possibly imagine, and just simply horrific. And it's grabbing various people with these appendages, and I hate to call them. Go ahead.
Is it huge? Does it occupy?
It's huge. It's huge.
And so it's the pit when it's covered, it's open, and then like an elevator is pulled up with the thing on it.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. And it's huge.
But it's huge. It's clearly got one central mouth, though. At one end of the creature. There are things which you might call tentacles. You're not really sure, but they're grabbing various people, stuffing them into the mouth, ripping them apart.
Oh my God!
The creature is just making this incredible shriek, groan, roar. It appears to be in agony. This large creature, as it's feeding upon the sacrificial victims, which some of them include actually the priests and guards themselves that just didn't get out of the way fast enough, and it's grabbing them. And also, there are these, kind of passing in and out of it, leaving holes in its flesh, are these like 2 and 3 foot long, black, slug-like creatures with like these 3-lobed, burning red eyes, and this opalescent cilia all over their bodies. And there must be hundreds, perhaps thousands of them burrowing into the flesh of this gigantic monstrosity.
But they're burrowing into it, or like, is it
burrowing into it? As if it's infested with these creatures.
Oh,
yeah, like it's full of maggots. It's up there. Yeah.
Gotcha. Except there are interesting maggots from the other day.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Now, Thane, he's had his back to them, and they're looking over into the pit, but it's screaming in agony, and the sound. I know what I must do, and I'm trying to keep from doing something differently. So they're going to feel two hands. Thing's going to turn around with his eyes closed.
Before that, though, let's see. I
Okay.
want each of you to roll a d6 that failed your saving throw. You two.
Mhm.
2.
The 2, okay.
6.
A 6. Okay. Well, then Parthalion screams involuntarily at the top of his lungs, and Umanak runs in terror.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Umanak blows the
Wait,
horn in terror.
Runs away, runs away, runs away.
Like Darius never ran like this.
Well, it got to such a peak that that's what I'm doing. I guess right before they break, this thing turns around to grab them, hoping to pull them back to scream, "Let's get out of here!"
1 second.
And both of you kind of just feel like your sanity.
I guess the only person he gets a hold of is Parthalion.
Parthalion.
Yeah, and snagging him back.
So Parthalion, just shuddering and lets out a breath and says, Don't look at the madness.
Master Parthalion, let's get out of here. And
Yes.
I'm running forward. It's curving. I'm gonna try to get away from it, the closest way down the hallway that gets out of sight of it.
Yeah, you just go right back the way you came. Pretty easy.
Okay. Gee whiz.
Yeah,
Right.
Brand's gonna urge Parthalion, let us run then, and he'll cover the rear in case they're followed.
Okay. Yeah, and Umanak's already sprinting down the hallway, so we're
Booked
following
out of
him.
there right now. He's
Oh, geez. Okay.
It's unclear. I mean, whether anybody actually heard Parthalion scream because there's screams of so many people at this point.
Grief.
But the carnage below you is just well, nobody's really seen it except for Parthalion and Umanak.
Yeah. Hearing it was enough for me.
And Umanak, where does Umanak run to?
Now, it was only one hallway, right?
He's in a blind run. Blind run.
Oh, in that case, you run back all the way back down this corridor, all the way around. In fact, past the staircases that you were before, and you find yourself in this it's kind of like large rectangular room.
Okay.
In there, all sorts of accoutrement of priesthood, and symbols of Anu worship, and even a library.
Books.
Not sure.
I know not of books. But I'm still in a panic, right?
Yeah, the panic kind of leaves you after a few minutes.
Okay. So I'm holding my breath and looking around this chamber. And, right. Books mean nothing to me. What else is there of interest?
I don't know. Are you searching the chamber?
In some way to hide myself from the things that I saw, I want to forget. So I will search this chamber.
Okay. Roll me a d6.
6.
You find books.
Good. I will grab the books and I will make a pile of books and hide under the books.
Actually,
I will make myself a cocoon of books.
there's a desk too. It's probably easier for you to hide underneath the desk. But like literally, Umanak looks around and finds nothing more than what he actually saw when he first entered.
Yeah.
This temple is a stone building, right? It's mostly made of stone. Yeah. Okay.
That's correct.
All right. Well, I guess when we run out, we get to that port to where the stairs came up and met, and there's still people coming in, filing into the bottom part, right? guards bringing them in and stuff. So
it appears to be the case, yeah.
Yeah, I said, Master Parthalion, this way, and we keep on going around the corner, the other direction, where Umanak is.
Okay, well, I mean, you as you go around that corner there, before you actually enter the room where he is, there's actually also a door which he probably completely missed in his blind run on the far wall, the wall that would be facing kind of the back of the temple.
Yeah.
But finding Umanak, you do find Umanak kind of like hiding beneath the desk in a cocoon of books. These ripped off shelves.
Umanak, Squire, it's okay. Master Parthalion, tell him it's okay.
It's okay, Umanak. We must leave soon.
What the hell was that?
An abomination.
Yes.
Corrupted beast, unlike any I have seen before. And it seemed to be infested with the same dark, unholy things plaguing the Antha. Quick, we must find the eye and leave this God's forsaken place.
Sounds just about right idea to me.
Yes, let's get out of here. I cannot stand this place. And well, I'm looking around the place too for the eye as I'm looking.
The eye of the serpent.
Let us leave no
book
unturned. Yeah, let's look at the door. There was a door back there. Perhaps another chamber.
Okay, I'm opening up the desk, drawers, and everything else. Any kind of cabinetry. Roll a 3.
Okay, you just find writing implements.
Okay.
Nothing of incredible value. Some looks like some cruel torture implements. But
aye.
But a lot of just really foul anno literature. Just kind of makes your stomach turn.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm not too deep into looking from the repulsion, and I look over the door and run up to it, and here maybe the eye's not in this library, maybe through this door, and I run up to listen to the door.
All right, give me a D6 roll.
1.
Ooh, good roll.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. You hear a couple men talking. Maybe 3 voices.
Okay.
You're not sure. 2 or 3 voices.
All right, Master Parthalion. Some people was talking on the other side of the door.
Ooh.
Do I recognize any voice in particular or no?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. What should we do? Should we break in?
This might not be the price we seek, but
y'all still have the robes. I can stay in here, and y'all can go through. I'll stay here to back you up if you need me.
Very well. So I'll go on and open the door myself.
All right, opening the door, you see a couple of guards, and they're talking to a priest. And they all sort of turn. And the priest says, "Yes, what is it?"
I take a quick glance around the room. Are there any other exits?
There are a couple exits. There's one like nominally north and one nominally east. And you realize it's kind of like 3. It looks like it's 3 rooms all connected together.
And there's 3 people, you said.
There's 3 people, yeah.
So I'll say my apologies. I seem to have gotten turned around. This is the way to the chamber where the eye is kept, is it not? Uh-oh, that's another phone.
That was not Umanak's trumpet.
No.
It is. But why? You seek to commune with the eye. On a sacrifice night.
I know it is unusual. I thought perhaps something might have happened to it. I had a premonition. Have you checked it?
Checked it.
Yes. Is it safe? Is it secure?
Keep it secret. Keep it secret. Excuse me, guys. I'll be right back.
Secure? What are you talking about? Of course it's secure.
Premonition. I had a premonition that it was in danger.
Let's see what he really thinks of you. He says, and who are you, brother?
I am a humble initiate of the cult.
Cult? How dare you call the worship of the true God a cult?
I'm sorry, I misspoke. I followed that up with
Is that a prisoner behind you?
I followed that up with a sleep spell. I misspoke. I meant to say.
Okay, well, roll initiative because these guys are pissed.
Oh, God. All of us are just...
I just won.
Yeah, they knew that was going badly, so he's reaching over during the time to get his sword from Umanak and hitting him like that.
Who rolls initiative? Is it an individual or just?
It's individual, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting.
Try to
many
roll
games.
The initiative system.
Roll D12 and try to roll low, man.
What, that's not a D12. This is a D12. It's like 17. It can't be. No, wait.
You go next session.
Yeah, it's like next week I'll be.
All right, who's first? I have a 4.
I have
I got a 2.
Yeah.
Let's see, these guys have a 2, and this other dude. This other dude, he's got a. I'm looking for the correct die here. Well, I don't have any D12s.
You want me to roll one?
Oh, he's got a. No, he's gonna. No. And he also has a 2. Alrighty.
Oh, wait, go over that again. Right, that's right. You have the different initiative system. So it's
Yeah, just roll.
spells are D12.
Melee weapons are D8.
So sorry, are we that yet?
No, but you're rolling initiative because he said I'm an initiate to the cult, and the guy got a little pissed off that he called the worship of the true God a cult.
Cult. Yes.
Well, cult has a bad connotation these days. I don't know how they did it back then, right? Maybe it was like a legit thing, right?
It's just a Freudian slip. Just slipping a tongue.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he was not really. He was not really excited about
He
that.
wasn't pleased.
The dictionary says it's a system of religious veneration and devotion directed towards a particular figure or object.
He's already pulled up the dictionary.
It's legit, man.
I'm sorry, you're justifying. You are justifying.
You should have said, "I'm your."
That's fantastic. Alrighty. And so, anybody roll less than a 2?
Nope.
No, what's the love of God? You know, you would think I'd have a D4 around here, but I don't. Okay. Cool.
Better hope you don't step on it one day.
Cool. The priest touches one of his fellows. He shouts some sort of word. You can't really understand what the word is. And these 2 fellows burst to attack you.
Uh-oh.
Let's see who's first in the room. Parthelian's right there at the beginning.
Yeah,
You're the first in the room. And let's see, who did he see? Well, he saw the prisoner.
Yeah.
And he saw the other two. So yeah, they're going to attack you two guys.
All right.
So one guy attacks Parthelian. Ooh, he gets a 19.
Ouch. I guess that hits. Yeah.
It gets hit, and your spell is ruined.
Yes.
Parthelian just takes 5 points of damage. Most of which is trying to avoid really getting hurt.
Okay, if the spell was ruined, do I lose
his spell was
the slot?
ruined because
Yeah.
I just want to say, so his spell was ruined because he was
took damage.
damaged while he was
Right, he was damaged while he was casting.
Right.
Yeah, it broke his concentration.
Cross out the slot, right?
Yeah.
Got it.
All right, and the other one tries to hit Thane. And let's see, what is Thane's new wonderful armor class?
That it would be. He doesn't have a shield with him, so that'd be 18.
Okay, he's got 18. So that's a... Man, this guy just misses you. His sword like clangs against your armor, but he's
Well,
really
I'm stumbling in. I was behind him, behind the door, and I pulled my sword out of Uminax and gonna try to jump into Parthalion to block, but this armor's weighing me down a little bit. So,
okay. Well, I'll tell you what, you're gonna try to pull your sword out of Uminax. It's gonna take you a round to do that. You're not gonna be able to attack.
No. I said I had pulled my sword out in preparation. My attempt was to, when I knew it was going bad or going south.
Well, yeah, that's part of
jump in front of him. Yeah,
that's part of initiative, man. You don't have your sword yet, man.
Umanak has his sword.
Man.
Umanak has his sword like a golf caddy off to the side. May I suggest a long sword, sir?
Yeah, you can spend your round. You can spend your round getting that one. This guy just
okay.
The guy's like it's all wide-eyed as he hits your robes, and he hears the clang of armor underneath it. Okay, who's on a 3? 4.
I am.
All right, didn't roll a 1. That's so weird.
Yeah, so Bran will rush in and hack at the nearest guy with his sword.
Hacking and whacking.
Okay.
That's 19 to hit.
Wow.
Okay.
Nice.
You definitely hit.
These to hit bonuses for these fighters are crazy at these levels. All right, that's 8 hits.
Okay, you kill the first man, and because you get to attack
Roll
again.
again.
All right.
On that, you chop till you drop.
Yeah, hacking and whacking.
All right, that's 11 plus 6, 17.
Oh, okay. Do damage.
And that's, oh my God, 10 hits.
Wow.
10 hits. Wow. This guy is still standing, but you've kind of staggered him. This was the guy that whacked Thane.
All right.
Yeah, definitely erased most of his mojo, and just like he's spent most of his effort kind of like blocking your hit, but you can tell like he's just kind of staggered at this point, All right, anybody 5?
I am
nice
5.
barbarian round for Bran. I like it.
I am 5.
Nice.
Umanak will thrust forward with his harpoon.
His harpoon.
Yes. Natural 20.
Oh,
20. Okay,
24,
and who
yeah.
exactly are you attacking with this harpoon?
The one that was staggering back
Oh, okay.
from Bran.
yeah, I imagine Bran like hacking at him, repeatedly, and the guy parrying desperately, and then he gets.
He fails
killed.
His name's Bob.
He fails his saving throw versus death.
So
So you may narrate his death by harpoon.
All right. So as Bran was attacking him and pushing him back and off his balance, I just kind of thrust forward with the harpoon right up here under the jaw.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh man.
Came out the back of his head and just kind of threw him off
Nice.
like a pike being slapped against the shore.
Okay, well you do have one enemy left, and you are a second level fighter. You do get one more attack.
All right. 6.
In your effort to hit this priest, you must take time for the
it's
Tearing the harpoon out is harder than it looks.
Yeah.
With the barbs sticking back, and
Maybe you're trying to like pull it.
I think everybody went. Pretty much.
Yeah, because I lost my spell. So it's
Okay, yeah, initiative.
I think
Yeah, initiative.
Barthalion staggered to the side, right? Maybe he was pushed by Thane, and so he stumbled maybe to the floor. So he just took like a bruising to his knees, not an actual sword stroke.
All right, well, and roll initiative and just beat it too.
Three.
7.
12.
Okay, fantastic. What will this fellow do? At this particular point, he attempts to run past you.
Ooh, attacks of opportunity.
Well, at this point, you can do an opposed combat roll with him. If anybody wants to try to stop him, tackle him, whatever. But he's trying to like run past you guys and get out of there.
I'll do it. Why not? Or does Stain want to do it? All heroic.
Thing's on a 7, so.
Okay, I'm on a 5. Anybody before 5?
I'm on a 3.
Well, then it's you. It's all you, man.
Oh, you.
Me?
You're gonna attempt to tackle this guy. Just roll a d20 and add your attack bonus, strength bonus,
Yep.
dexterity, the whole 9 yards.
That is that's a 20. Everything added up.
Oh, okay.
Unnatural.
You got 16, so you definitely have him.
Mm-hmm. All right, so basically tripping him with my harpoon as he tries to run past us.
Yeah, he slams to the floor. Oof.
Yeah, face plant.
Yep.
All right. Well, on a 5,
There's Brand.
this guy's down. Not dead, but down.
Not dead yet.
Will Brand kill him? What will Brand do? What will Brand just?
I hope he keeps him alive.
Now,
He knows where the eye is.
Is this guy? Is this guy a guard or a priest?
He's a priest.
All right. So Brand puts his bloody blade to the guy's throat and says, "Stay down and stay quiet, or you die now."
So he looks at you with these kind of wide eyes.
So Barthalion kneels down and says, "What lies beyond that door? What else awaits between here and the eye?"
Nothing. But go look in the eye, see your own death.
Why?
You were not a worshipper, Vanu.
So what does that matter?
It matters greatly. You'll be deemed unworthy. You'll be a next sacrifice.
And who will deem me unworthy? You? Your brethren?
Anu himself. And the guy just looks like he's like scared and pissed off at the same time. Yes.
We should kill him now.
Well, if you wish to live, you will help us get the eye.
Thing grabs his priest robe or whatever like that and says, "Brand, let's haul him up. Take us to the eye."
All right.
Start to tug.
Yeah. So he just goes right through the door to the right.
Mm-hmm.
And the room itself is dark. It's a very large room. It's a good 20 by 30 feet. You can tell it's like on the if you could tell it's probably just right on the side of the building.
So I'll ask him, is the eye here?
The eye is here.
Why is there no light?
Is there an echo? Can we hear anything?
It's yeah, you can hear it. It's kind of a big room.
Okay.
Why is there no light?
There's no torches. What are you, stupid?
Shut up.
He gigs him with the knife.
Yeah, it's like I say, Watch your words now. Remember, you want to live past this. What happens if I turn on a light and look upon the eye now?
Why don't you find out yourself?
Is it guarded? Is it defended?
And who defends it himself. There's no need of your guards.
Thane's taking off his robe, or his cloak, rather. And Master Barthalion let us cover it with this. And he holds it up in front of him.
Yes.
Does anybody have a light?
Barthalion draws the stack, but says, wait. Everyone turn and face the outer door, the door we just came in through, except him. Have him looking at the center of the chamber. And I don't know if this works. You tell me. You always said if we had a spell memorized, we could do like little cantrips on it. I want to try and raise a little the level of illumination, because I do have light memorized, just to see what happens.
You can get your hand to glow a little bit. It's almost like candlelight.
Okay.
And you can see there's some kind of object, at the other end of the room. But it's you can see some kind of metallic flashing, but that's about it. You'd actually have to cast light or go grab like an oil lamp or something from the other room.
Yeah, got it. So I'll give the cloak to the prisoner and say, put this over the eye. And I'll sort of light, the way. I'm not looking directly at the eye, but sort of walking that way with my hand, so he can.
So it takes
get us to the eye. Yeah.
This is the cloak. This is the cloak. Okay, so he kind of finally says, "There."
All right.
I've done as you asked.
I'll risk a look.
Okay. So, trying to give you the best representation of what this might look like, based upon what you've told me.
Yeah, approaching the center of the room so he could throw the cloak over the eye, right, to cover it.
All right.
Sword in his back, looking down.
So I'm going to say it's a terrible drawing. This is what you're going to see against the back wall. This thing right here is his cloak.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this large metal thing.
Oh my god! So it's huge.
Yeah, it's huge. It's, in no way did Javed give you an indication of how big this thing was. So that's like a man's cloak.
Oh my god!
And it's like some kind of silvery gray iridescent metal, really kind of odd looking. I've never seen anything quite like it. And there's more of this metal going down this way. This doesn't appear to be a column, but something. But he's clearly covered the center of it.
Okay, so it's
enormous.
The top is like a semicircle, right? It's like a half dome.
Yeah, well, I did kind of a crappy job of it. It's a little bit more teardrop shaped.
Okay.
Sort of thing.
Yeah. I'm trying to see if it reminds me of anything, but
I got a better representation of what it actually looks like uncovered. It's probably more like yeah. I'm trying to think of what else I could a better drawing of the shape, so to speak. But
yeah. But it's nothing we can recognize. Like it's not a coffin shaped thing, or it might be because it's pretty big.
That's pretty big. It's just kind of like once again, it's kind of like that sort of shape.
Yeah, got it.
But you're not really sure what's in the center of it.
Yeah. You know what?
What do we do? We have to get out of here, wizard.
Yeah, you can still hear the screams going on.
Strike a light quickly. Let's have a look at this thing.
Someone grab a lantern from the other room.
I will grab one for you.
Okay, Umanak is able to bring a lamp in and illuminate the area much better.
Is the thing? It's like silvery metal.
It's kind of silvery, iridescent metal. It's metal you've never really, it's hard to really identify.
Okay, and it looks to be one piece, right? It's not a bunch of pieces put together.
It does look to be one piece.
Seems to be one solid, including the stem at the bottom. Like
the stem at the bottom is, you can tell it's a little bit farther away, like recessed, like the cloak is kind of hanging over it, and the stem isn't like, exactly. It looks like it's a little bit further back.
So I'll tell the others, avert your eyes. I will uncover this just in case. I'm willing to risk it. So the others
Master Barthalion, don't do that. And then Thane steps up or whatever and says, Bren, watch this priest, and kind of shoves him over there out of the way. I always put an hand on Master Barthalion. I will look.
Very well.
And then let's just grab it. Let's keep it covered and grab it. Let's try to lift it and take it.
So what exactly are you doing?
I don't want to. I want to keep it covered and request that Umanak come here and grab the other end, and we're going to try to
lift it up.
It's massive. It's just as if you're not budging this.
So it's not hollow at all.
This thing is easily 6-7 feet across.
Gee whiz. Maybe we can stab it in the eye, in its iris. And I take the eye and...
Did you remove the cloak when we turn our backs?
No, I didn't. I left it on there, and then sort of had a change of heart and got Umanak to try to help me lift it. But and we set it back, you can't even move it. Did it shift anyway, like it can fall off the pedestal?
No.
So it's totally like that. Okay.
So you have one guy on each end of this thing just trying to pick it up?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I thought.
Okay. Then I get on the other side. Master Barthalion, and I hold it sort of like that. If you remove it, I'll put out the eye, and I'm holding the sword downward toward the center of it.
I'll say again, avert your eyes.
Okay. I'm going to close my eyes and wait for you to tell me when. I'll have it up.
I'll draw the thing out, and I'll say, now.
So what have we actually done?
Okay, I'm standing on the other side of the eye and waiting for him to uncover it.
Oh, uncover.
I'm trying to go down into the center of it with a sword, plunge the sword into it. And
so nobody's looking at this thing, or are you looking at it?
I'm not looking at it. I've got my eyes closed. I position myself with the cloak there, and I'll close my eyes to do a downward strike.
Okay. So everybody's got their eyes averted?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, then go ahead. And you plunge at it with this. Go ahead, make me a save versus magic.
Okay.
Give yourself a +2 because you're really acting with the best of intent to.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Six.
That is not a. That is not a good save versus magic.
You had one job, Dell. One job.
One job. Well, it was 8, but it's not. Yeah.
How many hit points did you roll for your third level?
I actually rolled 6 at third level. I'm at 22 hit points.
You're 22 hit points. Okay, that's excellent.
Be gentle.
Be gentle.
Geez.
Okay. All right, that's a leaner, so we're going to redo it again. Okay, well, you're lucky. That was a leaner. There's this incredible, you clearly what happens, you can feel you strike something very solid. Doesn't go in at all.
Okay.
There's this, you feel this, kind of almost like electrical jolt of energy go through you. You take 4 hit points of damage. You're thrown across the room.
Gee,
and you hear this hum now,
Oh my God.
And now you all start to hear this other sound, like you hear this kind of thrumming, and you also hear this other sound going.
Oh my god!
And it's like kind of.
Oh,
And you hear the priest going like, "What have you done? What have you done?"
You know what? I've decided that Parthalion is just too curious for his own good, so he's gonna look and see what he sees.
When you hear things fly across the room.
Yeah.
It looks a little bit more like this.
Oh, awesome!
Oh
no! Awesome!
And it's not bluish. One part is blue, one part is green, and one part is red.
Yeah.
Oh,
Simon
yeah,
says.
I see.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
And they're glowing now, like just with this thrumming.
Oh no! Wow!
Oh, jeez. I think that's just the tip of the iceberg.
So is this the cliffhanger, or are we doing something else with this thing right now?
Perhaps it could be a cliffhanger, like as the entire thing starts to rotate and the stone of the temple is like breaking as it's moving.
Oh, jeez.
I love it.
Nice. So it's literally the Eye of Anu.
Oh no!
Nice.
Well done. Well done.
Very nice. We just awoke an elder god or something, guys. the thing of the pit back there is probably a parasite on Anu. So this is like,
it's like a flea.
really bad. Yeah, exactly. It's like a flea on Anu.
Pieces of the ceiling are actually starting to fall into this chamber.
Crumble.
As
well,
and probably nobody in the temple's really noticed this yet because of the sacrifice going on to the unholy creature.
But you know, the silver
party
lining,
crashes, baby.
The silver lining on all this is that we're helping Dell's quest, at least move along a little bit.
You know, I love poking people in the eye.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
All right.
Nobody look. I'll just poke in the eye. It'll be great.
Yeah, be fine. It'll be fine.
Yeah, that's your okay. That's good for 2 to 12 hit points of damage at least.
Flew across the room like Michael J. Fox.
Yeah, pretty much. Boom.
And there was a clatter.
Yeah. Nice. All right. So we're doing 2 weeks from now? Oh no, Jose's out of town 2 weeks from now.
You're out of town for 2 weeks. Is that the idea?
Right. Yeah. Well, I gotta talk to you. I'll talk to you later because I have a scheduling conflict that's gonna come on for exactly 2 months. I have these.
Oh wow.
I have these trainings I have to go to that are Wednesday night 6 to 10, October 17th. So I'm actually missing a couple of them for my trip to December 19th. There's a couple of dates that the training's on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
But if I definitely won't. I'll let you know the dates, but I don't want to slow you guys down either.
No, it's a lot. I think there are some Tuesdays that I might be able to do as well because my Tuesday commitment has kind of changed a little bit. It's like bi-weekly, so.
Yeah, I don't have anything on Tuesdays, so.
Yeah, I'll be open.
So.
Yeah, if some weeks it can be Tuesdays, then I won't be. Bran won't bail on you guys because I feel bad. Unless you guys want to play next week, if you guys can.
We're doing it bi-weekly, and you're theoretically back on the week of the 23rd or something.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be out of town. Just so you know, I'll be literally like out of the country, landing on the evening of the 24th.
Oh, okay.
So it's 2 weeks, just like in the D&D game. I'll be out, the 11th and the 18th. Well, I'll be out the 17th and the 24th. I mean, actually, I'll let you know because if I land before 9, I can play. There's no law that says I can't play.
That is dedication.
Yeah, why not?
That is serious dedication, but
because I'm not working that Thursday. See, if I fly on a Wednesday. I never work the next day because I don't know if the plane's gonna be late or something. Yeah. So I'll check the schedule and let you know. We have time.
Right on.
That's okay. We can schedule
No
later.
problem.
All right.
right.
You guys be bad, and remember, Parthalia, just in case for next time, whenever someone asks you if you're a god, you say yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I heard you say it the last time, but that was the best. Yeah, I'm an initiate. I'm an initiate to the cult.
Yeah. It's perfectly legit. I looked it up in
Yeah,
the
I had
dictionary.
a premonition. Well, who are you? Like, I'm an initiate. Oh, yeah, so you're a new guy to your cult.
You
I was
would have
looking at
done
the
better
bathroom.
if you had said Subotai, if an archer.
See,
Like, go to
that's so
college.
much better than someone saying, "Well, I just roll my persuade check or whatever."
Hey, yeah.
Hey, man, I had him roll a reaction roll to that, and it was terrible. With a suitable negative modifier. Oh, that was fantastic.
I'm an initiate to this evil devil worshipping cult. See?
Any
Legit. It's legit. It's a cult.
any theories about the creature?
He should have been more discretioning.
Exactly.
Any theories about the creature that we just saw with the three low guys?
No, the creature in the pit.
Yeah, that's one of those Julian.
It's Shoggoth.
No, it's not.
It's a Cthulhian.
It may dawn on you one day, but maybe not.
Very big gibbering mouther, or is it,
The thing from Star Wars and Return of the
the Sarlacc. Exactly.
Sarlacc.
When I saw that picture, I posted in the group. That's something I found in the Lamentations, and it showed up on my news feed. Like, this is something you posted a year ago or whatever. I'm like, it kind of looks like that. Not exactly, but so that the temple sacrifice.
The temple side. Okay.
Yeah, but like that, but worse. But that's kind of what it looks like.
Yeah. It sounded worse. This is why we didn't. Really...
It's worse. It's worse.
Sounds worse to me.
Yeah, it's worse.
Nice.
But, yeah, I tell you, it was flabbergasted how much of the session was Thane parading around like a knight. Like, what the heck is he doing?
Yeah.
He got the big head, man.
Yeah, it was a dead reaction both for our characters and for us. It's like, what?
It was awesome.
Yeah.
It's mission. We're on a mission from God. That's what you should start saying. We're on a mission from Balaam.
We've got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes.
Yeah,
You guys
Yeah, I'll go to guys. Talk to you later.
have a good night.
Good night, guys.
All right, guys.